Hey there, it's Juju, and it's day 185 of this administration. And today I'm going to talk about prioritizing what is important to you and then making that happen. So I've been traveling the last couple of days, and I had to drive 5 hours up to see my family up in Redding. And I really wanted to see my sister-in-law's play. I wanted to see my brother, who's not usually there, my sister, my nieces, my nephews, my grandnieces and nephews. But it was a lot because I went up on Sunday and was going to come back on Tuesday, yesterday. And I did all the things that I wanted to do. I saw the play. I spent quality time with my friend Kirsten planning our trip to Denmark. And I'm very excited about that. And then seeing my nephews and playing Catan, and it was just a great day. And I was going to stop and see my best friend. From the time that I started planning this trip, my husband said, "You need to stop in Calusa and stay the night with Laura." And I was like, "No, I can't, because I have to be at this brunch at 11, which means I'm going to have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to drive." And so I get to my friends, my best friend since I was 16. And I was sitting there, her husband was out of town, and I thought, wow, I'm gonna stay the night. We're gonna have an unexpected full day together of girl time, and it was amazing. And I knew that I'd have to get up at 5:30 in the morning to drive straight back through rush hour Bay Area traffic to make that happen, but it was so worth it. So I stayed, and it was these unexpected pleasures. You know, we went down to the river, we watched Danny Kaye movies, we got into the hot tub. It was delicious and just filled my heart. And so this morning, alarm off at 5:30, out of the house at 7, and I had the most wonderful drive, you know. So it was a overcast day, and that's the kind of weather I like. And so it was a Juju day driving, and then I stopped at a rest area and I looked into the car next to me, and there was a woman sitting with a blanket kind of up against the door, reading a book with 3 cats in her lap. And it was so cozy to see her just reading her book. I don't know what her circumstances is, whether she's living out of the car, whether she's just on a road trip, but it was to me, a true sign of resilience to see the ease and the calm of what she made of whatever her circumstances was. That inspired me. And then as I was driving along, I see this pickup truck, and the back is completely full of watermelons. And you don't get to see that anymore, like with farmers, where it wasn't in boxes, it wasn't on a semi. It was somebody picked those watermelons and threw them in the back of the truck, and that made me smile. And then I saw a hot air balloon in the distance, and if you check out my videos, my most viral video, well, probably not anymore, but is about going over the waterfalls in a hot air balloon. And so that made me smile. I listened to this podcast that I'm going to talk about tomorrow, so I'm not going to talk about that today, but it really spoke to me, inspired me. It was just what I needed to hear. And then I listened to another podcast, and it was about On Being with Krista Tippett, about the poet Rilke, and the book is Letters to a Young Poet. I'm definitely going to get that book and try to build some poetry into my morning readings. So then I made it to my brunch right on time. They had said, I was supposed to bring something, and said, don't worry about bringing anything. And it was so wonderful to have. It was a beautiful brunch provided by my friend, who is just always so gracious. And we had such a wonderful time catching up. And so it's been a beautiful day. But the takeaways that I have for this. Hey there, I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Yes.
Good to see you, Julie.
Yes, good to see you.
Nelson.
All right, good to know. Take care.
Yes, dear.
All right. So there's a neighbor who I'm really glad that he told me his name. He knew who I was. Anyway, the point is prioritize what is going to make you happy and then make it happen. Was it easy to stay, to get up at 5:30 this morning? Well, it turned out it actually was. And that time spent with my best friend was priceless. And so think about the people in your life you want to spend time with. If you say the most important thing to you is your family, how much time are you actually spending with your family? So just something to think about. And this is Juju, unfiltered, unscripted, unedited, looking up at the camera because my camera's upside down. But lead with love. Have a great day and prioritize your own happiness.